In today's video, I'll be showing you guys how to create an AI-powered email assistant. It'll be able to read your emails, come up with subject lines, and even write up drafts. This assistant will buy you back hours every week, and the best part about it is that you don't need to know any code in order to do this. I'll guide you through the entire process of how to create this email assistant on make.com. So if you want to follow along, make sure you sign up using the link in the description, and let's get to it. So after signing up for make.com, what we want to do is go to our organization page, go to our operations, and see how many we have. If you just sign up, you probably have 1,000. But in order to get more, you want to sign up or upgrade your account. After doing all that, what we want to do next is press the create a new scenario button in order to create our scenario. And once we've created our scenario, we'll be greeted with a big button. Once we press on it, we see all the modules available for us to use. Today we'll be making a Gmail one, ChatGPT one, and a webhook one. In this scenario page is where your scenario will live, and you'll be able to see all the operations it does in order to reply to your emails. So the first thing we want to do is be able to get the email into this scenario automatically. So how we do that is open up webhooks, custom Mailhook, and then we'll add a new Mailhook, AI Academy Mailhook. After we press save, we'll be given a link. What we want to do is copy the link to our clipboard. You want to do now in order to get the emails into the make scenario is open up the Gmail account that you're using. Once you've opened up your Gmail account, you'll go to settings, see all settings, forwarding right here, and then you'll have the forwarding address. And what you want to do next is add a forwarding address and then paste the link you have into here. Press next. After linking your account, press proceed, click OK, and that means the webhook is half set up. What we want to do now is go back to our scenario after we've saved it, click run once. This means this webhook is active and every email that goes into this address gets transferred into the make.com scenario. So after we do that, we go back to our email, we'll press this and that sends a confirmation. And once you pressed it, an email has been sent to the email account we linked, and that means the webhook is now active. So the last thing we want to do is press on text in order to fully activate it. And then it says, please click the link below to confirm the request. And what we want to do now is copy it, paste it into our browser. And once we pasted it, we want to press confirm. Confirmation is successful. Go back to our make scenario. And now our email should be active. So in order to test this, we want to make sure that the right address is on here and make sure it's saved down on the bottom. And once you've saved it, go back to your make scenario, click run once, and send an email to the email address you linked it up to. We'll be sending this is a test, send, give it a couple seconds, and there we go. We got subject, this is a test, text, this is a test, sender is the email address we sent to, recipient is our email address that we linked it to, and now we have the email and the subject from that email address. So because this is an instant trigger, this means that every time an email comes in, this scenario will automatically be triggered and then generate a reply. So what we want to do next is open up OpenAI, create a completion model. And now if you haven't connected your OpenAI account yet, press add. Then this window will pop up. It'll say enter your API key. Now in order to do that, you want to go to platform.openai.com. So once you've gone to platform.openai.com, you'll go to your settings, to your organizations, and then look for the API keys. What you want to do now is press create new secret key and give it a name, create your key, and then paste it into here. Now make sure you have at least $1 on your account. If you want to check that, just click billing right here. But since we already have a connection, we'll just use that one. Now what we want to do is choose the ChatGPT 4.0, and then you have to give it your input messages. So once messages pops up, press add message, and now we want to guide the system what its role is. So we'll press system, add text content. You can customize this text to however you want. This is just a prompt that I'm using to demonstrate how this works. If you want to copy this prompt just to test it, feel free to pause the video and take a screenshot. So once we added the system prompt, we want to create a user prompt and give it some context on what email it's replying to. So we'll write sender and we'll map it to sender's name. So you see how it says webhook. This is the thing we created earlier, and this is all the data from it. See sender name, and then just click on it and drag it over here. Now we'll press enter. We'll write email body and then go to text and paste it right here. Make sure there's a space between that just so it's easier for ChatGPT to read it. And now we'll press save, run once, and now we'll run a test. We also want to add a subject line. So we'll go subject space, this is a test, drag the subject here, save. And now we want to test this. So we'll press run once and send an email, AI Academy inquiry for the subject. Now let's test it out. We'll write, what is the name of the company you work for and send it. Now we wait for the email to come in. Email came in, ChatGPT drafted a reply. And there we go. This is our reply. I work for AI Academy. Let me know if you have any further question. Best Omri at AI Academy. So now we know that the email generation works. Okay, so after we've set up the email module to work, we want to press plus, and now we want to add our Gmail in order to send back the emails. So what we want to do is press create a draft because we don't want it to send right away, and then add our Gmail account. Sign in with Google, just like any other website you would do. Also make sure this is a business Google account. It'll make it easier to connect. But once you've connected it, press folder. We'll add it all to drafts, to email address, and then we'll scroll down here. Sender, email address. This is the email that sent us the email in the beginning. Subject, we'll do for reply, dash, email subject, sent. Bam. Content, scroll up here. Choices, message, and content, which is the email that we're sending back to the person. And now we press save. Now this should all work. So what we want to do now is test it out. I will be sending another email saying, what is your favorite GPT model to use? We'll title it favorite GPT model, and then we'll send. And now we wait. There we go. Webhook to make sure we got the email, subject, favorite GPT model, text. Bam, sender is correct. Next, we'll go find the email. Obviously, I sent it from my own email, so it's going to reply to me. Then it'll come up with a draft of, based on whatever prompt we give it. This is the draft it came up with. Appreciate your question. Choosing a favorite GPT model depends on its use case, but I find the latest models such as GPT-4 consistently offer the best. Obviously, we're using ChatGPT. That's what it's going to say, but you can customize it to say other stuff. But it signed off with my sign off, and now it's created into our drafts. Now what we want to do in order to check that is go to our Gmail, open up the draft, and it is written out, and all we want to do is press send. There we go. And now you have your own AI email assistant. Now, obviously the point of this video is not to make the perfect AI assistant. It is just to teach you the fundamentals of how to get started making AI assistants. But if you want to make it better, obviously you can change the prompt on ChatGPT and add more modules to give it more context on who you are, what you do, and how you want it to reply to things. Now, once you got the fundamentals down, I recommend trying to mess with it, changing things up, adding another module of ChatGPT or any other module you find interesting, and creating new scenarios in Make, because this will really set a good foundation on how to create AI. If you're trying to get into more complex AI, you'll understand how workflows work. And if you want to learn more about AI, make sure to subscribe. Now, overall, I think Make.com is a good platform to start with, so I do recommend just paying $10 a month to get their subscription, and you'll get a lot more operations and a lot more freedom with what you can do. And once you've done that, you can grow to use N8N or eventually even code. But yeah, if you want to learn more about AI, please make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.